Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're having a great day. Quick look again here at Bitcoin, double checking a couple of important factors. We saw the price come right down that 0.382 fib level and bounce. Likely, we're in our fifth and final wave of this Elliott wave here, but there is potential also as well. The price could pull back a little bit lower, and this could be the expansive phase here, right? Okay. So again, I'm mentioning that because when we talked previously, that 0.618 to 0.382 fib levels, that 69,000 to 70,000 range could possibly still be retested, even though we bounced off that 0.382 fib level already. I'll explain more what I mean by that here shortly, but we did see this aggressive candle wick up here and pullback based on unemployment data coming through. And what that did for us is it swept all liquidation levels upwards about 72,000. And I talked about that yesterday being a point of interest for the whales. And what do you know? You zoom in here, you kind of take a look. 72,000 perfectly. Look at that. Wicked right up, destroyed a bunch of shorts. That was right down to destroy any kind of late longs, and just Bob's your uncle. It's back on track. So again, this is just very standard trading, folks. If you don't like it, you're probably in the wrong industry, and unfortunately, it's just kind of par for the course. But these kind of things happen all the time. So it's not trying to normalize it, but it is fairly common. So again, probably best for you to kind of wrap your head around the fact that this is a common occurrence. Anyways, I'm staying positive because there's no other way around it. If you can, be a successful trader, it's important to recognize the overall trend. And right now at this point, the overall trend is still up, no matter how you look at it. Okay, so quick congrats to our community members here. Just got to give you some kudos on our injective trade, 57% in 8 days. I've been covering that one recently. Got a nice little wick up there from ICP as well for about 21% in 2 days. And then of course, we've got our previous DYDX at 31%. That was yesterday as well. So it's been a good little profitable situation there. Our Bitcoin fourth profit target is close. We came close there. I think it's in the 72,000 range. So keep your trades open there, folks. There's a good chance we're probably going to see the price continue further up. But again, we got some Doji candles forming here on the daily. Let's talk about that. So quickly to note, before we get into this, above all moving averages, RSIs, money flow index, everything's looking good. We just got to recognize that stochastic RSI is starting to top out. Now, it doesn't mean the price just drops instantly because of that. But if the price doesn't go sideways and let the stochastic RSI calm down, then we're probably less likely to see another leg up. And so we're going to have to wait and see what happens this weekend coming up with low volume. There's a decent chance we're probably going to see some, hopefully, again, sideways action here for Bitcoin. Okay. Now, again, when it comes to Doji candles, if we see today's Doji candle close at the same place, that's commonly referred to as a double Doji, and a lot of times the price will reverse itself because of that. Okay. So it shows indecision at a specific level. So I would say at this point, if we close at a Doji here soon, there's a possibility of the price pulling back, at least a slightly larger possibility of the price pulling back because of that Doji candle. Okay, so again, I'm a firm believer on double Doji candles being fairly indicative. And what it does is it's just telling you that in a 48-hour period, the price opens and closes the exact same spot 2 days in a row. That's quite a lot of indecision, if you will, and the price is having difficulty, breaking that resistance. And since it came from the downside, it's probably going to reverse itself back down because the bulls are losing momentum. They're losing their control. Okay. All right. So take a look here. We're still over the 20-day SMA, not in the worst conditions ever. We could hypothetically say that this was our fifth and final wave there on a smaller Elliott wave type of pattern here, which does imply an ABC could very much follow suit here. Okay. It would make sense for us to see something along these lines. Okay, now keep in mind, we can still ABC down with staying above this trend line. Okay, so we're still in potentially good shape here. We're not breaking bearish whatsoever. We're still over 50 in the RSI. Stochastic RSI, even though it's swinging down, is still doing well. And of course, we can see here, MACD still diverging. Okay, so again, this is not a fantastic situation, but it's certainly not bearish by any stretch. And it's one of those situations where you kind of gotta, let it play out before you decide you want to take a trade. I know it seems crazy, like, oh shoot, should I short right now? I got a short. I'm feeling it. I wouldn't do that. Again, it's too early to tell me personally. And as a swing trader, I like to find better opportunities, not potentially iffy opportunities. The reason I say that is because we are shifting gears here. You see, we are now testing the cloud, lagging spans in the price action, conversion lines really close to the baseline. All three of those things are indecisive situations, right? And if you see that and you see the daily time frame kind of telling us that, I'm willing to speculate the price is due to continue to pull back a little bit further. But we're also still above key level supports, right? Shorting into support levels doesn't make a ton of sense. So I'd much rather, you don't risk anything here, kind of play it by ear, calm down, relax. I would say that we need to pay attention to Bitcoin dominance this weekend. If Bitcoin dominance can continue to stay where it's at, then we might have some problems with altcoins. Okay, so again, I think that we are due for a pullback on some altcoins this weekend if Bitcoin dominance remains the same or goes higher. Okay, so we want to pay attention to that. Again, it's too early to tell. Me personally, we'll review this here again tomorrow to kind of see where we're at, but I would say that Bitcoin is not in a phenomenal shape for the moment, but it's certainly not dire straits at all. Okay, so it's kind of in that indecisive transitionary time frame, and to me, I prefer just to avoid it altogether when I take a trade or if I'm considering taking a trade. Remember, you need to convince yourself not to take a trade instead of trying to convince yourself that you should take one. Okay, at this point, I've provided a lot of reasons why we don't have any confirming factors that are letting us know in either direction it's going to head. And when that happens, you want to wait for it to pick a side. Okay, let's pick a side first. Okay, so again, hopefully that makes sense. I described that correctly. Thank you so much again for everyone who's liked the videos, commented below. I mean, my subscribers, you are amazing. So greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. And again, if you haven't already, jumping over to our Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, TikTok. Got tons of shorts coming out as well. So just trying to find a good medium for y'all to kind of stay abreast. So I appreciate you. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.